forgot my script. Way to go. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Hello, hello. So, as always, before we get into this too much, we have announcements and a few other things that we need to do. Okay, so for last week, we had 4 videos, 3 shorts, 2 live streams, and 4 posts. And I apologize, things are a little bit crazy this week. But sorry, not sorry. 1.5 thousand people turned in, and we got 2 new subscribers last week, so that was cool. We're gonna skip that because I really don't care. You guys watched Whale Tales, Moray Eels as a group. Oops. And Organism of the Week, Giant Squid. So there you go. On that. People didn't just watch, you guys did a lot of other stuff, such as 22 likes, 6 shares, and 6 comments. So, how many viewers watch your videos on a TV? Is it 14%, 19%, or 29%? What do you think? Again, how many viewers watch your videos on a TV? Is it 14%, 19%, or 29%? Hello, Carol. Okay, hold up. I'm going to do the poll real quick. Okay, so we have that going. Let's see, is it 14%? Yes, it is 14. I don't know how you did that, Carol, but you got it right. I got 265 views on TV in the last 90 days. And then let's see if we can get the other channel to cooperate without. Oh, by the way, we are up to 480 subscribers as of today, and 39 subscribers on the other channel. So, very happy about that. On the other channel, we had 1 video and 3 shorts for last week. Six, oops, 698 people subscribed, and, or I'm sorry, 698 people tuned in, and we got 2 new subscribers. This is what they watched: Jaguars in North America, Bowhead Whale Toy Review, and Toy Review African Lion. We are not going to get away from whales, I don't think, ever. We had 10 likes and 1 share on that channel. How many viewers watch your videos on a TV on the other channel? We have 10, 20, or 25%. I'm thinking, I know what it is, but Carol, what do you think? How many viewers watched your videos on a TV, meaning my videos on a TV? Is it 10%, 20%, or 25%? 10%? And yes, you are right. Hello, whoever else just came in. How are you? I need to stop saying hello. And I also need to get onto Facebook because I promised people I would do that. Okay. We are talking about urban sprawl and wildlife and how that plays out. Now, we're also going to be talking about, because we also have a bunch of suburbanites, we're going to be talking about suburban sprawl too in this. So if you have lived in an urban area all your life, you will notice right off the bat that there isn't a lot of room for wildlife. And yet, there is wildlife. Now, if you live like I do in the suburbs, there are what I call pockets of places for wildlife. In many ways, urban sprawl is sort of a necessary evil. But this is a problem not just here in the United States, but a problem overall. And it is an issue across the globe. But of course, when I was a kid, there were places that were vacant or wild. And now those places, or many of those places, now have buildings on them. Big roads have been built. There are bigger roads being built because we need them. Oh, wait. As more people move into an area, there's an increased need for infrastructure. Bigger roads need to be built, and bigger bridges need to be built. Cars and trucks. I don't believe they contain leaded gas anymore, but they did. And that presents a problem. More people means more cars, and more cars mean, of course, more exhaust. Yeah, I'm not surprised by having coyotes in the Indiana Dunes. That does not surprise me at all. Considering that they're in Chicago, yeah. Cars and trucks, I don't think have lead in their gas. However, airplanes, helicopters, racing cars, farm equipment, and boats all contain leaded gas, according to the website that I checked. And to me, that's sad. Now, let's talk about Chicago a little bit. Chicago is broken up into 77 different communities. And as of, I don't know when, it is also home to 2.7 million people. Yes, I rounded up. However, it is also home to parks. Some of them are wooded, and they also have ponds. Wildlife pathways are incredible. They do a lot of good. Not gonna lie. The loop itself is a little over 1.5 miles in size. If you don't know Chicago, the loop is sort of downtown. Hello, everybody that is in. On the other hand, the city that I was born in has a population of around 34,565 people. And its land was bought from the Potawatomi Indians back in 1832. And it sits along the Sauk Trail. The city that I was born into is around 15 square miles. Now, when I was a kid, there was a lot of empty spaces. And that provided wild spots, that provided homes for animals. But there are also problems. And this is what we're going to discuss tonight. I bet you thought we were going to be discussing the animals that lived in the cities, but no. We are going to be discussing the problems with urban sprawl. And some of these will be environmental. Some of them will not be. Yeah, I'm glad I don't drive. Sometimes. So one of the biggest problems with urban sprawl is, of course, air pollution. With the more urban sprawl that you have, the more suburban sprawl that you have, it increases the need for automobile travel. This feeds into the air pollution and a little bit into water pollution. Energy. As people move in the cities and or towns, they need places to live and new businesses to arrive in town. Their business needs, and the businesses need energy, and so do the homes. So energy needs to be produced, and that means perhaps more air pollution as well. So air pollution, that's a thing. Habitat fragmentation and degradation. These are huge when it comes to urban sprawl. One of the hardest and biggest problems that we face in our cities and even in the suburban areas is habitat fragmentation. We carve out of the habitat to build houses, to build businesses, to build roads, to build parking lots. We flatten forest and meadows. Big problems there because we need those things, but we don't want to destroy those things at the same time. We alter the way that water runs off the ground. We fill in swamps and marshes. This breaks up habitat and causes the animals to basically be scattered. It also takes out native plants, and at the same time, it takes out non-native plants as well. Water quality. Urban sprawl also causes erosion. And as the water runs off, you get dirt getting picked up in the water, and that goes into the streams and or rivers. You also get water treatment plants where the sand is going in there. Now, a part of picking up that dirt and whatever is as the water moves through these areas, it also picks up chemicals that are on the grounds or on the ground, and those are being carried into the waterways. Another issue with suburban sprawl or urban sprawl is impervious surfaces. So dirt or soil, sand allows the rainwater to soak in and be absorbed. However, driveways, parking lots, roads, it doesn't happen. If you have a really steep driveway, or if you have just a roadway in general, we've all seen it, real heavy rain, water collects along the edges of the road in puddles. You might get your car might be there and it might soak up, or your car might leak oil or sometimes antifreeze. Imagine all of those chemicals getting into the dirt or into the waterways and causing problems. And parking lots, this happens too in parking lots. The water quality could take a hit. Now, I want you to consider the following. Urban sprawl is claiming farmland and or wild spots at a rate of 1.2 million acres a year. This loss of habitat can cause a ripple effect. Humans can have run-ins with animals as they push into areas that were once previously habitat. And we push these animals out and destroy their homes as well as food sources. You might get deer in your yard, but the problem is you're just not pushing out deer, you're pushing out everything. And this could lead to all types of wildlife encounters. Another issue that we have with urban sprawl is garbage and runoff. Rainwater can pick up chemicals from your yard, from farms, all types of various places. All you have to do is drive through a city, even a suburban area, and look at all the garbage that is strewn on the ground. Think of batteries that might be out there. They could be leaking. Here is a statistic for you. By 2025, so in just 1 year, over 65% of people will live in cities, and cities will double their land areas. True, that does happen. It forces wildlife to either adapt, migrate, or die, or unalive, sorry. There may be an increase in greenhouse gases. Fragmentation, habitat fragmentation can limit wildlife's ability to find each other. And you might be thinking, well, why is that important? Well, if you cut off a species' ability to find each other, meaning to find mates, that can lead to animals mating with related animals, possibly, which then leads to genetic issues. In urban areas, we do need to create parks or greenways that allow the animals to dwell in them. Some areas have created passageways that allow animals to either pass over, in some cases, or under roads. Sometimes animals get into areas that make them threats to humans. We see this with bears, moose, deer, or any other number of mammals or even birds. Sometimes the animals become pests. Think of Canada geese. These populations have grown and they nest in large numbers. This causes a problem with their feces. Plus, they become aggressive towards humans and pets. This leads to control measures being put into place. Another issue that pops up is our pets, guys. Our pets. Our pets can kill wild animals. Cats, and I'm talking domestic cats, are known to kill up to 4 million birds a year. And that is just the birds. That doesn't include the mice, the moles, whatever else. I promise, I'm not going to go into a rant. Humans, we need to do a better job at dealing with our pets. Wildlife can become pests because they have learned or are learning to take advantage of people. Raccoons are great for breaking into our garbage cans, possibly breaking into homes. We see this sometimes with bears, breaking into places. Birds and bats, too, will take advantage of humans, and they will roost in eaves and in attics. Scientists have done studies, and of course they do, because what else do they do? And it seems that 855 different species are threatened because of urbanization. Yeah, and that is a lot. So, now, I have been talking for 22 minutes, and I have run out of material. This is going to happen a little bit because, yeah, sometimes it's going to happen. So, we need to talk about where are we going next? So, next, we are going to be talking about poisons in the ecosystem. That is coming up Tuesday, I think, at 7 p.m. Friday, we are going to be doing engaging wildlife or engaging with wildlife. Saturday at 3 p.m., we are doing spring edibles in my yard or around my yard. No, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we're doing it. So next Tuesday, we are talking about poisons in our ecosystem, in our yards. Yeah. And the dangers that come with them. Potentially, anyway. So that will be next Tuesday at 7:30 or 7 o'clock. Sorry. Again, Saturday at, yeah, because Friday is next. That will be the next live. So Friday at 7 p.m. we are doing the engaging with wildlife. Saturday will be spring edibles around the yard. That'll be at 3 p.m. And then that following Tuesday, or that next Tuesday, we are doing poisons in the ecosystem, I believe. I don't know if I put that into the video. I don't think I did. And things video-wise may be tossed around a little bit because of I'm babysitting now and looking for work, and things are just a little bit crazy. I will try and make sure that we're getting stuff posted. The video for tomorrow, at least for the main channel, has been posted, and I need to look at the video for the second channel. But we do have some really cool video or lives and videos coming up, as always. I might even, well, I don't know. I don't think we do need more wildlife sanctuaries, but we also need to set up, we need to set up causeways for animals so that they can go either under or above. In some cases, we need to, as people, we need to do a better job at making sure that animals are not getting into our garbage, because that just causes issues. And we need to make sure that if we are going to have animals, that we make sure they're immunized. Because if you think about it, a coyote is a dog, right? Any diseases that a coyote can carry, your dogs can carry. Well, I agree, but I also know that the money may not be there to do that. That's the only problem. And if the money isn't there, it's not happening. But it would be nice. Hello, everybody. I'm doing a really bad job. I'm sitting here talking and not saying hello. 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 Don't forget the poll. If you can reach it, say hi, because I love when people say hi. Also, if you haven't seen it, check out that. Can you see that? I drew that. And I'm pretty happy about it. Yeah, we need to do a better job of cleaning up after ourselves. Seriously. Yeah. I was really happy about that one. It's not my worst drawing I've ever done, but not the worst drawing I've ever done, and probably not the best one I've ever done, but it's there. We did I did talk about fireflies in a video last week. So if you, or no, I put it up this week. So if you want to see that, it's in the channel. Look it up. Yeah, lids on cans. The only problem with that is, again, a windstorm. You put your garbage out and you get a windstorm come in overnight, and that's thrown to the birds. Another problem we have in urban areas is a lot of the trees are not natives. For instance, not picking on anybody, but there's a certain tree that is really popular, should not be planted, and it's bad. Like, it's a pretty tree in the fall, but the flowers stink. Well, that's a good idea. That's a good idea, except not everybody has sheds and not everybody has a garage. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The flowers smell. I don't understand why we don't have native when eastern rosebud is very pretty when it's in flower. Lots of things that could be planted there that is not that plant. Oh, sorry. So, 30 minutes in. I want there's a couple of plants that I want. I already have my Eastern Columbine, but I want pawpaw, and I want, the only problem with pawpaw up here is it's native, but I'm not sure it's 100% native up in our area. I'd also really like to have in ground so they can't like get into the yard, but I would like, I don't know if they're messy. The problem is getting to them before the animals get to them. I mean, it can't be any worse than the sycamores. That's what I'm thinking. Because sycamores are awful when it comes to mess. Either that, or I'd like to have sweet gum. Because sweet gum is a real pretty tree. Guys, I do apologize for the videos or lack of shorts. Not used to babysitting, and babysitting a 2-year-old just takes a lot out of me. So I'm going to try, after I get done with live, I have to do laundry. Yep, and those are sycamores. I guess there's good and bad with any tree. But there is always room for improvement. We have 3 votes on the poll. I don't know if I should take it down or keep it. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it does. Because of the shade. Yeah. I haven't counted the number of bird species in a while. I haven't counted the number of bird species in a while that visit the yard. But I'm thinking 15 or 20, maybe, depending upon the season. Well, but that, some of that depends on the plants that you have. Like we have the columbine, and they'll feed on that. And then we have, it was a gift from a friend, and they will feed on the plant that he gave us. And then there's some native stuff that they might feed on. Yeah, flowers. I think they'll even feed on hostas. And that's one thing that I've seen coming up. And I'm like, yay. Yay, hostas. The worst part is I can't go in and dig up the hostas without aggravating other plants. So, okay, I want to see what the poll looks like. 33% is urban, 33% is suburban, and 33% is rural. Okay. Hello. Some of attracting wildlife to your yard is having the right plants. Having something that is always in bloom is a plus too. Fruiting trees, fruiting shrubs, a plant that, even having a plant that holds its fruits during the winter. Huh. We do too. But we also have like a cherry tree that actually is in bloom right now, but the blossoms are so high up that we won't be able to pick them. So the birds will get them. And that's okay. It's I'm trying. It was either poisons in the ecosystem, national parks, human and animal conflict, animals close to extinction, or a live taste test. And I'm not ready for the live taste test. And see, that's one of those things where that's really cool if you get that opportunity to do that, be able to watch the babies. But not everybody's going to get that chance, so. And that's the other thing in a suburban, urban thing is nesting areas. Although we have discovered that cities make great places for peregrine falcons to nest. So that's the thing. and they help cut down on the pigeons, which is also a good thing. That is so cool. Thank you for participating in the poll. Not sure why I still have so many that are invisible to me. I keep forgetting to put this on live chat. Well, if they get used to you being there, like at the window, they'll sort of get used to you being there. But yeah, give them space.
Hey, you got a pencil and paper? Okay, I'll wait.
If you have comments or questions on Urban Sprawl, you can put those into the chat or into the comments. And I will answer them to the best of my ability. Remember that any video, you know, I'm not going to worry about it being short. I would rather have it up so people can read it. The chapter, it filled the needs of the chapter, and that's all that matters. I'm sure other chapters will make up for it. So, in case those of you that are coming in don't know, I am an author. I have 2 books on Amazon, one that is an ebook, and I'm not plugging it. You don't have to go out and buy it. I'm not asking that. I'm just explaining as to what's being discussed in chat.
Yep. Push the relationship.
I don't know. I was worried about it being too violent.
Go to ordinances. That's one place you'll find it.
I just wish it would sell.
Yep. He's in the Western file. He needs baptism, initiatory, and endowment. I thought maybe you might like to do him.
Oh, I'm tired.
That's an offshoot to your royal line.
Hello. New person coming in. Hello. It does, but
Yeah, I was.
ugh.
Well, I'm putting this in a program called Legacy as I double check things. I go, all right, I'm going straight back to King James, but I check the side branches, or in this case, the mother's side, or the wife's side.
So, I don't know. I'm thinking not this Friday, but the following Friday, doing another game night.
Now, if you want to look at it,
Well, he's in the next room. That's why you can hear him.
right? If you push on it next to it, it'll say view tree.
But at least we're not right there on top of him, so.
Oh wait, you don't. That's when you did view relationship. It should have. Oh God. To who? Yes. She goes in Monday. The council late. Yeah. Talk to the doctor. Next week.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I'm like not falling asleep, but
Your sister would have done this ordinance. Oh, this is interesting. His wife, Isabella Walker, she needs to be baptized and all that too. Hang on, I'm gonna put her in the West.
you know, Carol, I think I'm gonna let you go so that I can wrap up everything that I need to get done tonight. I will talk to you guys later. Have a great week. Let's get the poll up so everybody can see it. Hopefully you guys can see that. What type of community do you live in? We had 50% urban, 25% suburban, and 25% rural. So with that, I will talk to everybody Friday and enjoy the videos.